Special counsel Robert Mueller seems to be almost done with his nearly 2-year investigation of Russian election interference. Sources tell CBS News Mueller will deliver his final confidential report to the Justice Department before Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein leaves in a few weeks. But it could be done within days.
President Trump said yesterday that Attorney General William Barr will decide whether the full report is released. Barr has not confirmed how much of Mueller's findings he will disclose to Congress or the public. In his confirmation hearings, he said he would be as transparent as possible. Paula Reid is at the White House. She's followed the Russia probe from the beginning and has learned more about Mueller's final report. Paula, good morning. We've heard for a long time it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Why is the report actually possibly coming now?
There are a lot of signs we're seeing here in Washington. First of all, the Mueller grand jury has not been spotted for several weeks. And this comes after former acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker said he expects the probe to wrap up soon. We're also seeing, for the first time in the Roger Stone case, the special counsel teamed up with local prosecutors, local U.S. attorneys here in Washington on that case. Now, that makes it easy. If the special counsel dissolves or wraps up its work, they can pass the case off to the local U.S. attorneys to take to its completion.
Paula, how likely are we to see the report?
Well, it's all up to Attorney General William Barr. The regulation requires that the special counsel submit a report to the Attorney General, but there is no requirement that anything be made public. And during his confirmation hearing, Barr vowed transparency. He suggested that he would release a summary of Mueller's findings, but House Democrats have made it clear they're not interested in Barr's summary. And they've said anything short of the full report being released will prompt them to issue subpoenas for the report.
Paula, 34 people have been charged as a result of this probe, and I know that you've read just about every word of every one of these documents. So you're an expert on this. I mean, tell us what you think will be in this final report.
In the final report that Barr receives, he is going to be able to read a lot about people they investigated and decided not to charge. But traditionally, the Justice Department keeps that confidential information confidential. It's not released to the public. The idea is, in this country, you may be investigated, but if you are not charged, that information about you shouldn't be out in the public hanging over your head. So that's going to be a lot of what is new in this report. But because that information is not typically released to the public, I don't think we're going to get a lot of new information. I really do think, based on what I've read, the special counsel has been telling this story through the charging documents. That's why so many of these charging documents are so lengthy and they're so detailed. The special counsel has been trying to tell the story through the documents of people they've charged.
But we haven't seen a narrative essentially for everyone wrapping it all together and connecting the dots, essentially outlining the criminal conspiracy or collusion, if you will. Do you expect that?
I do not. At this point, I do not think that they are going to charge anyone with a conspiracy between Russia or anyone in the campaign. There have been other people who have run afoul of other laws, but at this point, it is not my expectation that anyone will be charged with conspiracy or, as people like to call it, collusion.